The whole basis was Christos is to get like a 10-minute clip of you in the cookbook so that we can take this footage and embed it in the product page of the cookbook.
Oh, excellent.
And
But we
then
can still talk about olive oil because it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was rambling about olive oil for 10 minutes and you guys weren't actually recording. Now they just started recording. So this is a side note, everyone. By the way, I'm Christos Sourligas, a co-author of my Big Fat Greek Cookbook. I wrote this with my mom. All her recipes, God rest her soul. I'm hoping that she's very happy with the results of the book. We're in our 5th printing. I miss my mom a lot, especially during Christmas, because this is her favorite time of the year. And there's the book. Thank you for the plug.
Oh,
How are you guys?
Absolutely.
How are you guys doing?
Well, excellent. We wanted to thank you, Christos, for coming on with us to do a nice review of your cookbook. We had you prior, thanks to our co-host on one of our other podcasts, Angel Tsaroukas, who actually put us in touch together. And your story was fascinating. And we wanted the opportunity again in this segment to give us a little bit about your background and what led you to the cookbook.
Okay. My background. All right. So born and bred in Montreal. Both my parents are from Arcadia, from Greece, from the Peloponnese. You know, hardy folk from the mountains, as many of the Greek diaspora are, because let's face it, the vast majority of the diaspora left because they had almost nothing, right? The ones that lived on the coasts, the ones that lived on islands had fishery or tourism, or the ones that lived in the plains of Greece, which is only like 5 or 10% of the topography, because let's be realistic. The majority of Greece is mountainous. The ones that had flatland, were able to have proper farms and farming practices, so they stayed. They made money, and there's a lot of rich farmers in this country. The biggest industry, people think that it is tourism. It's actually not true. The biggest industry in this country is still agriculture. I think tourism comes second after that, and then services, right? They had a manufacturing base, but unfortunately that's all gone. It's gone, I think, mostly to other parts of the Balkans. Greece had, for a small country of 10, 11 million people, it had a decent industrial base. They weren't building cars or, petrochemical or whatnot, but they still built stuff here, right? But now all the industrialists have shifted everything up north, right? Anyway, we're not talking about that. So I'm from Montreal. You guys are from Boston. Woo, woo.
Boston.
4 hours just south Habs, but they're not doing well. They're awful. Forget about them for the next 5 years.
All right.
They're just growing.
All right.
So just 4 hours south of you guys are 4 hours south of me, and but I'm currently here in Greece. I'm a filmmaker, and I produce shows and television, film, and.
On that note, the fact that you're with us in our presence, is an honor to have you during your busy time. I'm sure you.
You're sweet. Thank you for having me. Thank you for selling my mom's cookbook, guys.
Yeah, we love coming across great products for our audience and for our customers. And Greek cookbooks, there's quite a bit out of them that are out there today, right? And they have all different genres, but the one that you put together hits it home, for at least for myself. I'm sure Ari can tell us his feelings, but I think this resonates with us because it's, we grew up first generation, at home, mom cooking the dishes that they grew up on themselves, because depending on where you came from Greece is whatever was available in that area is what they cooked. And obviously there's different variations of each dish, but the simplicity of your recipes, but the breakdown really hits it home for us now that we are starting our families and we're raising kids, and we're trying to emulate the dishes that our parents fed us. Is that your cookbook really resonates and hits it home for us, and we're big fans of the book. And the title obviously is catchy, right? My Big Fat Greek Cookbook.
Yeah, I didn't come up with the title. Sorry, my agent and the
But
publicist did. Sorry, the publisher did.
Well, I
the
think the unique angle of this book is in honor of your mother because of, you know, your love for your mother and your love for her cooking, and you put her recipes into this book to honor her. I think that is an amazing angle, and um, it's just something that it seems so simple, but I don't think I've seen anybody else really do that, and you
yeah,
have, so it's really cool.
Thank you for saying that. I mean, I had to honor my mom while she was still alive. I tried to do my best in many other ways as well. People would come to my mom's house, not just Greeks, people from all walks of life, uh, different creeds, colors, religious groups, gay, straight. And my
And
mother
food
loved
brings everybody together.
my parents loved hosting people. They would actually cook days in advance, right?
Oh,
And I kid you not, every second weekend there would probably be about 20 people over at their house. And and I've said this before, and it's in the book as well. Some friends would actually starve themselves for 2-3 days before they would go because they were not second, third helpings of everything, right? And some friends would just have like tummy aches, but it was so worth it for them.
it was worth
And
it.
they would go to the living room, just collapse and fall asleep afterwards,
that's a testament to your mom's cooking right there.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I just had to do something about it. And, like I've mentioned in the past and in the book as well, about, maybe a few months into the doctors telling us that my mom didn't have much time to live, I just set out almost full time. As often as I could, I'd go over to the house. And then my mother had, some, health issues. So she would have to be hospitalized and have to recuperate. But it took about 1.5 years to actually put the book together. They're all my mom's recipes, and she's, co-author of the book. And my sister, my dad also helped out. The four of us would get together at least twice a week. And, we ran into a lot of mistakes, like, for instance, like measuring instruments. They never use that. My mom and my father, what's this? Like, it's this, they would just go by feel. It's just
Yeah.
a dash of this and some of that. And so it's like, oh no, we got to, measure all this stuff. And it was trial and error. And then I took all the photos, or, the majority of the photos in the book. And that was also trial and error too, right? So it was quite an experience, and it actually brought me even closer to my mom in so many other different ways that I couldn't have imagined. And sometimes, when the food would be cooking or things would be baking, my mom would just tell me, some memories, or she'd sing some songs and read out some poetry, off the top of her head. Like, she had like a bank of hundreds, if not thousands, of songs and poems. And I would just videotape this stuff, right? So I have a lot of those memories too, and I'm hoping that one day I'm going to edit them all together and just give them to my siblings and my nieces and nephews, right?
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah,
That's a great story.
This is great. We believe that every household needs a copy of this book. And as our generations continue to further, we need more books like this to keep us connected. And any plans of maybe releasing another version? Maybe I'm sure there's more than just this in your mom's.
Well, he said that one's on a 5th printing, which is pretty.
Yeah, that's on the 5th
awesome.
printing now. And the publisher and the agent, they're so happy that they still don't even want to go to soft cover yet. It's still hardcover.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
And it's it's the 3rd Christmas that this book is out, but it's been out for 2 full years now. It came out October 2019, and I envision it to go on for a couple more printings as a hard copy before it goes to soft copy. And when it goes to soft copy, we'll likely make smaller, almost kind of like pocket book size versions, and probably do them in different languages. And
that'd be cool.
I'm currently in Greece. I've been in Greece for the last 5 months. mostly for projects and also just for leisure. And I also don't want to come back to Canadian winter. So,
Keep
and
stretching it.
yeah,
Well,
and
you know, just now that you mentioned that, I just want to give a quick little plug. Give us your Instagram handle, because Christo has an awesome, amazing eye for photography. If you can get on his Instagram, follow him, because his pictures are really, really cool. I see Instagram pictures all day, every day, and yours absolutely stand out.
thank you. Yeah, I curate my photos and any videos that I put up on Instagram and on Facebook and on the Facebook page for the book as well. And today I actually put on some stories, some videos of tagging along with my cousin at an olive oil press factory. He did some olive oil extraction with olives that he's been picking the last month or so, and he'll keep doing that. I mean, when he fills up his pickup truck, he just goes down to the factory. And so I put up a whole bunch of stories, and you'll see the method. And I learned a lot. I was there literally from the time he transported the olives there until the time he left, with jugs and jugs of amphoras filled with olive oil, and it's just delicious. It's what I call liquid gold, and it's just like yellow color. It's not like the green color that we normally see back in North America.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the handle is Christos Sourligas. That's it. So Christos, Chris with a TOS. Sourligas, Sourligas, or as most friends like to say, Sourligas.
Okay.
Definitely follow him, because his pictures are really cool, and the stories that you're talking about with from the manufacturing of the olives is like, I love that. I love watching all of that. So definitely check it out. It's worth the follow.
Well, there you have it, folks. We wanted to thank filmmaker and cookbook author Christos Sourligas for joining us to tell us and talk to us about his fabulous cookbook, My Big Fat Greek Cookbook. We highly recommend all of those that are watching this episode to purchase a copy, buy one for yourself, buy one as a gift for everyone in your family. Mm-hmm. But this is basically on the top of our cookbook choices.
Excellent.
And you guys have a great website, by the way. I love your online store.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate you spending some time with us. We're going to have you back because before we started recording, you gave us like these great stories, and you're also working on many projects. And we have all these different platforms that apply to all the different things that you're doing. So let's chat again. And thank you so much for being with us. Follow him. I'll connect all his information in the notes. And we appreciate everybody watching, listening. Get your own copy of My Big Fat Greek Cookbook. Follow him on Instagram. And we wish everybody a good and safe holiday. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you, guys. Great safe holiday, and Merry Christos to everyone.
Merry Christos.
Merry Christos.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.